the dragon tear here, the forest shall open itself up for you. What do you do? Destroy this tower too? Stina says, Bunny, you must proceed alone from here. You must see and confirm for yourself who you really are. Truth shall manifest itself once you believe in your heart. Okie dokie. Softly slumber within the womb of our mother sea, until eventually they developed free will and were able to swim about the ocean freely. Then there came those that, not satisfied with life in the water, looked up from the ocean floor towards the blue skies and dreamt of the feel of land. Aeons passed before their preposterous dream became a reality, and they rose up from the seas onto the earth. The land became full of all kinds of creatures. Among these, the dragon lizards and the more evolved reptiles thought they would reign over the earth forever, and for a long time, while it seemed that they would. However, the unforeseen coming of the Mighty One from the heavens suddenly smashed their kingdom to pieces. That one was known as Lavos, the Great Crimson Flame. Wielding absolute power, Lavos buried the dinosaurs, the kings of the land, in the space of a night. However, the timid apes, who had lived hidden in the forests, came into contact with the crimson flame that fell from the the sky and evolved into humans. Or perhaps it was not evolution, but transformation. In this way, humans increased in number and filled the earth. The fearsome progeny of Lavos, who, like their progenitor, began to devour our mother planet. Naked. Oh my. Fargo and Marcy say, Bunny. Stina says, Bunny, you regained your identity without being led astray. Your eyes, which foresaw the truth, shall help you to regain your trust among your comrades. There's nothing we can do about the dragon tier. Its shattering result does not come as a surprise. However, you also carry the fate of the dragon tier from another world. The broken pieces of love and hate, although contradictory, they are two sides of the same coin. A mysterious force may come to light when the two pieces are united. Perhaps this force will be the legendary Chrono Cross. The only problem is the shrine, which is said to give life to the Chrono Cross, is nothing but a cavern inside divine dragon halls. Bunny, you may hold the key to bringing forth its powers. The dragon tier shattered and became the tier of love. That way. Draggy says, what a good sleep. Good morning. Where'd everyone go? My big brother. My sister. My brother. My sister. Where did they go? Are you my mother? Really? You look more like a father to me. Will you take me to mother and father? Sure. What do you think? Where is everyone? They must be around somewhere. Where are you? They probably left the forest and are playing outside. I unequipped all my shit apparently. It's annoying. The man says, yes. Marcy says, are you Dario? You're alive? The man says, are you saying you know who I am? Marcy says, there's no time for games. The maiden says, do you know this man? He's been here for 4 years. Every day has been a battle between life and death. However, he has no recollection of his past. Marcy says, you don't remember me. Dario says, forgive me, I just can't remember. Marcy says, what can we do? Oh yeah, maybe he'll remember if we bring Riddell here. Oh, interesting. Let's see here. Anyways. Chrono. Oh yeah. Do you wanna get Chrono? Apparently that was part of Skelly's bones. Here. Karsh says, no. Upor says, don't shake ignorance, we came to investigate what happened. Karsh, we have stood by your side, unable to shake loose this one suspicion we had. We believe you killed Sir Dario, and by shaking it here, our suspicion has turned to conviction. We are executing you for the murder of Sir Dario. Karsh says Dario and trails off. Riddell says, how's your training going, everyone? Dario says, Miss Riddell. Riddell says, I brought something special for everyone today. Glenn says, what is it, Viper Churros? Riddell says, wrong, Glenn. Are they really that good? Glenn says, I can chomp down 10 of those easy. Dario laughs and says, you're always like that. Those churros were originally iron rations for knights. Overeating is not good discipline. So, Miss Riddell, what have you brought us? Please don't make us hold our breath too long. Riddell says, this is it. I found it in Fawcett Valley. Isn't it pretty? Glenn says, it's just a flower. Dario says, Miss Riddell, did you go to the valley all by yourself? Riddell says, what? I'm not allowed to? It's just the valley. I'm sure it's safe enough. Riddell continues, I have enough for everyone. I will give some to you boys. Glenn doesn't want you, right? Glenn says, since you took the trouble, I'll take one too. If I planted seeds, I might get some good fruit. Riddell says, oh, how silly of you, Glenn. Riddell says, here you go, Glenn, but I don't think it will grow any fruit, though. Glenn says, you don't know until you try. Riddell says, Karsh might not like things like flowers, but... Karsh says, no, it's not like that. Dario says, it brought me one too. It's beautiful. What kind could it be? Riddell says, it's a bellflower. Dario says, Miss Riddell, if you ever wish for this flower, I will go for you instead. If anything should happen to you. Riddell says, then let's go together. Does that sound like a good idea? Dario says, very well. Dario says, Karsh, are you listening? Karsh says, sorry. What is it? What's with the formality? Dario says, how can I put this? Karsh says, why are you acting so strange? Spit it out. Dario says, to tell you the truth. Riddell interjects and says, Karsh, we're pledged to marry. I already told Daddy about it. Dario says, that's what I wanted to tell you. Will you bless us with your approval? Karsh says, marry? Well, congratulations. When's it gonna be and where? Dario says, we haven't figured that out yet. We still need to finish surveying the Isle of the Damned. It's just that. Karsh says, what? I want the wedding here. The place where we have cried together, laughed together, and shared our dreams. Karsh says, you never change, Dario. Hey, then I'll have to fill this dull vacant lot with loads of bellflowers. Just tell me if I can help you in any way. Dario says, thanks, Karsh. Whoppity. Karsh says, this must be it. Dario says, Karsh, why are you in such a hurry? The enemy is not going anywhere and the footing is bad. Karsh says, why do you always have to be like that, Dario? The Masamune may be in there. Any dragoon would be hyped to see that thing. Shaker brothers, you stay here. Salt and Pepper say, sir. Karsh says, let's get going, Dario. Dario says, fine. Karsh says, is that the Masamune? Karsh says, was I possessed by that sword? Driven by deep hatred and envy? Maybe deep inside I was filled with hate. Dario, the one whom I could never beat, no matter how much I tried, the one who stole Riddell's heart. What if that sword does not embed hatred into the mind of its wielder, but instead draws out and ignites the flames of hatred hidden within? And if that hatred was something deep within the wielder to begin with, then what have I done? Upor says, so you do know something about it. Karsh says, take it easy. Why do I have to fight you guys? Salt says, no time for questions. Karsh says, what the hell? Karsh says, listen to me, I didn't kill Dario. I know the time will come when I can speak the truth, but I can't just yet. I hope you understand. Papor says, Karsh, I've come to an understanding after that battle. You're not evil, you'd never kill your best friend. Please forgive us. Looking back now, you were the one who took us under your wing, even though we were outcasts. You're very special to us. Salt says, we believe you, we must be on our way, but we hope to see you again sometime, somewhere. When that time comes, we hope you'll be readily ready to tell us what happened. And we're sorry we took this, we're shaking it back. Karsh says, thanks, I'll take good care of it. One day I promise to tell you the truth. Take care. She doesn't really matter. It's fine. Riddell says, this can't be. Are you Dario? But of course you are. This is another world. You're alive and well here. Dario says, you seem to know me. Riddell says, yes. Do you not remember me? I may be the Riddell from another world, but every day I've always... And yet, you do not know who I am? Dario says, Riddell, that name moves my heart. I have a feeling I lost someone very dear to me. Riddell says, if only there was something to reawaken your memory. I know, this pendant. This pendant is a memento from your mother, and a gift you gave me when we got engaged. Riddell says, try to remember. We've been together since we were little, and we will continue to be. I'll always be there for you, Dario. Dario says, Riddell, run. And then he screams. That's right, Riddell. Radius says, this is bad. The nurse says, what's wrong? Radius says, touch him. Car says, the Masamune. Riddell says, Dario, don't touch that sword. Riddell, my sword thirsts for your blood. Radius says, I knew it. The Masamune never actually disappeared, it just returned to its rightful owner. Car says, wait a minute, then that means Dario still... Radius says, what really happened? I thought Dario died fighting demons on the Isle of the Damned. Car says, actually... And we are flashing back, I guess. Car says, is that the Masamune? Car says, Dario, what do you think you're doing? Death to all living creatures. Car says, don't tell me it's that sword, Dario, let go. Car says, stop it, it's Car. Dario says, kill me, Car, hurry. Car says, no. Dario says, do it or else I will. Car says, I can't. Please snap out of it. And Rai says, you idiot, I gave you a chance. You can't beat me. You're a mere mortal. Car says, who the hell? The voice continues, first I'll dispose of you and then Riddell. I shall let the Masamune sate itself on her blood. And then laughs. Car says, damn, screams. Car says, Dario, what have I done? You are. Link says, Dario was killed by demons, understand? Are you gonna tell everyone about what you just did? Are you willing to tell Riddell that you murdered Dario because he was possessed by the evil sword? Link says, don't worry, do as I say and everything will be just fine. Radius says, now I understand, Dario was possessed by the Masamune. Prepare yourselves. Park says, yes, there's no way out of this. Riddell says, I can't face Dario in battle. One says, me neither, and this counts my brother, I can't do this. Radius says, to abolish the darkness, we must defeat the Masamune. That's the only way to save Dario. Face the enmity of my sword, says Karai. Wow. One hit KO. says, it appears the Masamune has found a new master. Karsh says, bunny? Radius says, do not panic. Look around you. Riddell says, birds. The birds that fled are coming back. Radius says, I no longer sense any malice from the Masamune. There is no more fear of succumbing to its enmity. Mune says, are you awake, Masa? Masa says, yeah, but looking back, I think we did something terrible. Mune says, no one will know if we don't tell. Doreen says, what were you two up to? Masa says, yikes, it's Doreen. Mune says, nothing we don't remember a thing. Doreen says, I see. Just make sure you're not up to any mischief. I'm coming along. Masa says, all right. How many centuries has it been since the three of us got together? Doreen says, let's go. Dario says, where am I? Riddell, is that you? What happened to me? Riddell says, Dario, thank goodness. Your memory returned. Dario says, memory. Oh yes, I had taken a hold of the Masamune when... Forgive me for what I put you through, Karsh. Karsh says, forget about it. Radius says, although your memory has returned, let us not forget the harsh reality which lies in wait. Come. The maid says, so you'll leave? I've been prepared for this day. Farewell, I wish you the best. Riddell says, everyone is hurt and separated, inexperienced and incomplete. However, by living as such, we may change for the better into something bigger, something more gentle. Dario says, what happened during my absence? Where have the general and the others gone? Riddell, you said that you all came from another world. Then where are Karsh and the others in this world? Radius says, unfortunately, no one from Viper Manor who went to the Dead Sea will return. Dario said, why did the general and the others go there? Radius says, in search of the frozen flame, they were swallowed up by a terminated timeline and have perished, along with the Dead Sea. Dario says, how ironic, it was I who survived. Riddell says, Dario, you still have me. We may be from different worlds, but you are you and I am I. Karsh says, that's right, I'm alive and kicking too. There's no one who can take my life. Zoa and Marcy are here too. We can also call the old dragon stable keeper. Glenn says, I matured into quite the swordsman in the past 4 years. Dario says, thank you everyone. I guess you're right, I'm alive and I'll do whatever I can. I do not know how many years it will take, but I'll rebuild the manor. Radius says, oh my, perhaps it's about time I came out of retirement. Karsh says, oh yeah, bring it on. Even though we may be from different worlds, the four divas are back in business. Karsh says, but maybe minus one. I don't think we're ready for that yet. Dario says, 4 years of isolation have taken their toll. Riddell says, are you alright? Dario says, Riddell, take this. Riddell says, please rest up and just concentrate on rebuilding so I don't want her in my party. Rico says, O blessed child, flow with the river and rest in peace. Will now return to this world, thou might greet thine father and mother with a blessed smile. Please, say your last farewells. Rico says, the boat shall now be cut adrift, your son's spirit shall ascend to heaven. Rico says, everything that has form must fade. Although that may be nature's way, I feel my heart being torn apart at times like these. Anyways. Rico says, stranger, if you have a moment to spare, give this wandering soul a small prayer. deem you worthy of entering the Sea of Eden, let the path be known for the ones facing fate. Oh my. Well, I have to insert disc 2, so bear with me. Anyways, we're gonna finish our quest to make rainbow equipment. Group 3B's experiment is going to be a biggie. They're releasing the flames lock level to D in order to trace the countertime effect. Yeah, but based on previous experiments, I'm sure it'll work out just fine. Yeah, whatever. Mumbo jumbo stuff. Pikachu. Stupid thing is... Ultra bitch slap 5 5. I don't want to hang out with you. the 11th century, a scientist by the name of Luca indicated the possibility of time travel through the use of a time egg which utilizes miniature black holes. Whether this could actually be possible or not is still the subject of intense debate, and no conclusions have been made. According to her theory, by rotating a single point of supergravity, space-time continua can be drawn in, thus making it possible to transform that singular point which pulls in everything else into a ring formation. Using this ring as a gate between dimensions, it should be possible to travel back and forth between various space-time. I've heard that the time egg already existed during the legendary ancient dynasty. We shouldn't have to rely on theories from an ancient civilization that may not have even existed. We can do this. But it's been said that time is altered using the time egg. It's just a legend. There isn't even any evidence to prove that this ancient dynasty ever existed. The experiment should be starting soon. After we discovered an unusual gravitational field in this barren sea of El Nido, we built several artificial islands and established Chronopolis. This was all done to facilitate our top-secret research. But now, our research is about to come to its end. Once the final adjustments are made, the experiment will commence. It's just a matter of time, so everyone should keep up the good work. The chief hasn't returned yet. He hasn't? Well, then we have to hold off until he gets back. To think that time is not absolute but elastic, relative and subjective. That there can be individual differences caused by changes in time. Perhaps the same people and life forms can even exist in several different spacetimes. Independent time that flows with a will of its own. What nonsense. Which served as the foundation of this research center, appeared out of nowhere in the year 2300 and was headed up by the scientific genius Balthazar. However, at the peak of his career, he vanished. We continued his work and have come thus far. It's almost complete. It's time I headed back. The experiment is about to begin. Observation Narrated. She found it while cleaning out the closet. This old notebook, covered with mold, was a diary that belonged to my grandfather who passed away several years ago. Fuck you, you stupid fucking controller. Anyways. It contained my grandfather's distant memories. Fargo says, does this device play back archives? Glenn says, looks like someone's memoirs. I wonder if you remember, says the voice, how we first met and our many adventures. It all seemed like a dream. We ran like the wind during those warm summer days long ago. You were a piece of a star that fell from the sky. I can still relive the memories of those days long past just by closing my eyes like such and whispering your name into the desolate night. Kid. Radical Dreamers. Fargo says, what's this? Glenn says, Radical Dreamers. Fargo says, there's a conversation with a comrade. Are you ready, kid? I know you're anxious, but stay on your toes. Yeah, likewise, mate, you mess up and I'm leaving you behind. Got that, bunny? Come on, Maggle, let's go. That bastard Link's just gonna get what he deserves. Say your prayers, not that it'll do you any good. Fargo says, this seems to be an archive from a different time from our own. Glenn says, aside from the two worlds we already know about, other worlds and times may also exist. Personnel registered as Arbiter may enter. Operated own risk. You will die if you're not the right person. Fingerprint and retina required. Please step inside the circle and hold up your left hand. Analyzing. Data discrepancy due to aging within permissible range. 96% confirmation that this is the last registered Arbiter. Access granted. Welcome back, Chrono Trigger. Fargo says, so that's why. Lynx needed Bunny's form. Glenn says, Lynx must be inside. Fargo says, yeah. Alone with a frozen flame. Glenn says, where are we? Is that the frozen flame? Exactly, says a voice. Lynx says, what's a Being skilled sailors, the two men were able to survive the storm, but they were blown off course and came ashore on this island where they decided to seek shelter. At the time, this research center was offline due to the severity of the storm. It only took 10 minutes for the system to power back up, but by then the flame had found you. Contact with the flame healed your young body, but that was not all. Once the security card system was rebooted, it would only grant access to you, the Arbiter. You can't imagine the trouble this caused the Fate computer system in achieving its objective. Inside of Fate, there was a standalone circuit that had been kept hidden since the old Mother Brain generation. That circuit was designed to start a malfunction, or more precisely, a rebellion. Who would have thought that such a small bug, a traitor, could exist inside of Fate? That hidden circuit was based on the initial Ash-tier model circuit board, with extra logic added by another scientist. Fate itself did not realize that this circuit was present within the core of its system, or more correctly, the circuit was programmed so that the moment Fate did detect it, it would erase all record of its detection. Dr. Luca Ashtier, unbelievably intelligent, incredibly enthusiastic, you might even go so far as to call her a mad scientist. Of course, I don't believe it was Luca alone that devised this plan. I'm sure the first curator of this research center, a man named Balthazar, had a hand in it too. Fate, bring out the traitor, Prometheus. Affirmative. Ah, you have finally released me. Welcome back. You're the real Bunny. I've waited a long time for you. I'm glad you made it in time. I beg you, bring an end to the enmity between Fate and the dragons. Link says, Fate, eliminate him. Affirmative. Now eliminating Prometheus. Bun says, no. Bunny says, please. No. The voice says, Bunny, please, for the future of mankind. Link says, idiot, destruction to those who oppose the goddess of fate. Glenn says, why you? Link says, ha, come on. Show me what the purpose of your life on this planet is. Teach me what it How could you? I was not meant to die. Kid says, where in blazes am I? What happened? That's it. Harley says, no. Do not touch it. Kid, I know the feelings you have inside of you. The urge to bring everything to nothing is now stronger than your desire to save everyone. You may want to throw yourself down the cliff of destruction. But do not drag money and the others down with you. Kid says, shut up, you homie, I know what I'm doing. It's too late, there's no turning back now. Finally, the time has come. Indeed, the long, endless night shall finally come to an end. Now, I shall make you bleed. Feel a million years of this planet's agony, pain, and suffering. Kid says, Terra Tower, it's come back to life. In the year 2400, during a counter-time experiment, the flame goes out of control. This causes the dimensions to rip apart, resulting in the time crash. Engulfed in an enormous dimensional vortex, Chronopolis was hurled 10,000 years back in time. Perhaps it was the awakened Lavos who pulled the frozen flame back through time to it. Maybe so that Lavos, who saw the possibility that some young adventurers might destroy it, could create a backup plan. That's not all. At the same time, another city from a different dimension's future was also thrown back in time. Dinopolis, the future city of the Reptites, Azala's descendants who had evolved more closely with the planet. Just as Lavos, in an attempt to save itself, summoned Chronopolis from the distant future, perhaps our planet beckoned Dinopolis into the past. Maybe as a measure against Chronopolis and humanity. It wasn't the dragon gods who sealed up the frozen flame, it was fate which used the flame's power to divide and seal the dragons in slumber. And now that fate has been defeated, the dragons will join together to start their revenge. Harley says, I feared it would come to this. I didn't want to fight with you if it could have been avoided. Goodbye, Bunny. Karsh says, give me a break. You mean to tell me we were being used the whole time? Fargo says, yeah. Karsh says, damn. Viper says, what is done, although we may not like it. In any case, we need to make our way into that floating tower. Riddell says, yes, we cannot just twiddle our thumbs and do nothing. Viper says, the only problem is... Fargo says, we have to find a way up there. It's not like the SS Invincible can go up there. Riddell says, there has to be a way. Glenn says, the world has infinite possibilities. There has to be something that will help us reach the tower. Viper says, at least our objective is clear. I do not know how, but we must find a way. Marcy says, so like, whatever happened to Kit after that? Karsh says, doesn't look like she'll ever wake up. Zoa says, indeed. She's resting at Radius's place. Glenn says, well, at least she can rest quietly there. Plus, Radius will watch over her. Riddell says, her spirit seems to be possessed by the past. A powerful item is necessary in order to dispel it. Glenn says, something like the dragon tier, the Masamune? Riddell says, yes. Karsh says, no more moping around here. Viper says, indeed, we do not have the time to wait. Fargo says, we need to take action. Let's go. Everyone says, yeah. Captain, let's head home. Stina says, by the dragon gods, the sacrarium of the Divine Dragon Falls exists and seems functional. It's just as the legends of old said it would be. What a blessing. Utilizing its power, we just may be able to create the Chrono Cross. Try placing the two pieces of the dragon tier, the tiers of love and hate, on the stands. Fancy. my only enjoyment in life. Could this too have been influenced by the dimensional distortion? Oh, phooey, I've lost all will to live. All I can do is cry myself to sleep. Anyways, let's see. Chrono is responding to unstable dimension. Bunny causes former party. She must be in the other world. The ground here is hot. Vegetation will not grow here. Interesting. Now vegetation can grow here again. Interesting. Radius says, Kid is resting in bed. She hasn't come out of her coma. Anyways, this is gonna start up a long sequence, so I'm gonna save here and upload this video, probably go to the grocery store, and I will be back later.